I'm Matthew Drutt and this is Ion Art. In this segment of Hidden Gems, we're coming to you from Art Basel, easily the most important and most comprehensive art fair devoted to modern and contemporary art in the world. The build out of the campus this year is complete. There's no more construction. The buildings have expanded all around the neighborhood, and it's a really mighty, terrific fair. There are hundreds of galleries who've all brought their A game to the play. So we're going to go inside and see if we can find something to talk about. Come on in. Behind me is work by the Danish painter Michael Kvium. He's showing at Nils Staerk stands. Nils is a dealer from Copenhagen, and he's been working with Kvium for the last couple of years. Little known outside of Denmark until a few years ago. Kvium's work is really kind of this exceptional body of painting where the subject matter is rather grotesque in nature, like the painting behind me, which shows these two male and female figures in a late stage of life, having exchanged roles. The woman holding a handgun, the man holding a teapot, signifying a kind of gender swap. It's an interesting moment for Kvium. He's, as I said, he's one of Denmark's best known and most exceptional painters, less known in the United States. He's had a moment now in Europe, thanks in part to the gallery, but then also in Latin America. His work is being very well received and highly regarded. I think it's worth a really good look. Behind me is work by Ryan Gander, the conceptual artist from the United Kingdom, whose work I've talked about in other segments. His installation at GB Agency's stand from Paris is a really terrific kind of survey of different approaches that Gander takes to object making. Behind me is a kind of dissertation on Bauhaus / constructivism / El Lissitzky, the whole tradition in a certain kind of monochromatic or constructivist art. Gander has represented in these two pieces, which is actually one work of art, a kind of before and after, a plus and minus, an adding and subtracting, with the idea of abstraction as some kind of a color palette that one can pick from a Pantone chart, and above it these kind of Lissitskian objects that seem to dance off from the base below them. It's a really beautiful body of work. At London's Waddington galleries, they have an exceptional pair of works by American artist H.C. Westermann. This is truly a hidden gem. These are museum pieces, and in fact, they were in the major survey of his work a few years back that toured the United States, Los Angeles and Houston, the Menil Collection, and the Museum of Contemporary Art, LA. The Red King and the Silver Queen. Westermann was a really major force in American art in his day, back in the 60s and 70s. And it's not the kind of work that one finds today at the art fair, mostly because so much of the major work is already in museum collections or in private collections that are destined for museums. So to find something like this pair of Westermanns behind me at a fair is very unusual, but the kind of thing that one finds at a fair of the quality that Art Basel is. H.C. Westermann is someone that most of us are still within reach for, because as important as he is, his market hasn't caught up with his legacy yet. So a great buy, I'm sure, an exceptional pair of works by him.